This is reflection video 27, and this is about hidden memories. I had this written down for a while, and I just haven't figured out how I wanted to go about it and what my words were with this. But honestly, I just lost a family member 2 weeks ago. My aunt Portia. It's been a challenge, and it actually relates to this topic so much because I started to remember, with this loss, I started to remember things that I forgot about. And the good and the bad. You know, it's been very, very challenging. And it's not all bad. And I ain't gonna lie and say it's all good, because it's not. But not to be too sad and focus on that. But I only brought that up because it's important. And sometimes when people pass and they leave us, the most important thing to remember is the memories. All you have is the memories. When your friendship ends with someone, all you have is the memories left. When your relationships end with people, whether that be friends, family, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever, all you have is your memories. The good or the bad. Depends on what you want to focus on and how you want to, move forward with things. But memories are important. And when a chapter or a story is done, it's done. And that's all you have. So one of the hardest parts about being an adult is that childhood don't come back. You don't get any younger. You can't get certain things back. All you can do is listen to music and watch the TV shows, especially now because so many things are available on streaming services. Go watch them old cartoons. Go listen to old music. Watch them old movies. That's all you can do to try to capture those good memories, especially the good ones. And hey, some of us like chasing bad memories and focusing on bad things. And if that's what you do, then that's what you do. But I bring all this up in relation to my whole 30-day reflection challenge videos and all that is because acknowledging your memories, good and bad, is important to growth. It's important. It's not easy. It's not fun all the time. In fact, memories are hidden away and locked away for a reason. Good and bad stuff. I think I mentioned this in the previous video, but whatever. All your memories and all things that are happening in your mind can't be consciously thought of every single day, every single time, or every second of the day. It's stressful. That's what causes anxiety. That's what causes high blood pressure. That's what causes mental illness and so on, because it's just too much going on up there. And things are locked away and put away for a reason. So this brings me to one thing I want to bring up in this video, and that's the Disney Pixar movie Inside Out. This is a very good movie, very good animated movie. As we know, it's aimed towards children, teenagers, but it's good for adults as usual, because especially Inside Out 2, I really, really like Inside Out 2 more than the first one, because it really dove deep into, like, as you get older, we lock out things that matter, the good and the bad. The first movie really highlighted that some memories are bittersweet. They're good and they're bad. They have a pro and a con. But the second Inside Out really, really took care of nostalgia, thinking about the beauty of the past and the memories of the past. Hidden memories, secrets, guilts, shames, nightmares, things of that nature. That's a lot to talk about with kids or to kids, but they put it in such a way that I feel like if for the kids that are really smart and will really learn the moment they see it, it'll be very helpful. And it made me wish, like, man, I wish I had this when I was growing up, but we have it now. And that doesn't mean that because it's aimed towards kids, it's not good for adults. And me as an adult, I sat there and I watched that movie. I said, wow, this movie is really good. Sitting there watching it with my fiance. And we like, man, loving this. Because it really, really makes you think. And whoever wrote it all and designed it and, animated everything, they did a great job. Because memories are so important. Memories are so important. And there's a lot of people out here who, they just do whatever. And, I'm not judging nobody's lifestyle, just a little bit. But people go out here and they do whatever they want. And they do the complete opposite of what they was raised on. There's too many people who was raised better than the way that they act, but they just choose to act a certain way. They forgot where they came from. Some people never knew where they came from, And then there's people who always had it bad and had rough experiences, and they're trying to make their life better, but it's hard. It's hard. I can relate to that. And memories are important, though, because memories help you restore or discover or rediscover things about yourself and things about your life that you might not even notice. And like I said, you know, your brain can't hold everything on a conscious level up front, you know, anyway. So certain things are locked away for the better. Some people choose to lock things away, like I said in the beginning. I'm not gonna make this too long because pretty sure you get the point. It's those things that you don't want to think about is where the answers are. And it's the things that you forgot about. Good as well, that some of the answers are. Can't spend too much time thinking about the bad of your life. And sometimes you can't sit down and spend too much time thinking about, oh, everything was so great and my life was so happy and blah, blah, blah. And that's just not true. It's just not true. So you got to find out, we all got to find out individually what's important to us, what memories matter, and what memories are we trying to put forward and create more of, the good or the bad. People go out here and they reproduce the negativity that took place when they was growing up, or take their negativity from a previous relationship or a bad friendship or a bad work experience and keep bringing it forward. And then there's people who had good lives, good family relationships, good friendships, good work experiences, and they bring that wherever they go because that's all you can do. But I'm going to quote my man's Jason Wilson, free promotion. Love his material. You know, I haven't heard anybody else say nothing like this before, but I'm going to say it how he says it. And that's, we all have to stop letting our trauma time travel. Stop letting your trauma time travel. Especially when it comes to that. Old things, no matter how upset they made us, how much they hurt us, leave that stuff in the past. And find a way to bring some of the good into the current, to the present, and into the future. I'm going to close it on that. Got any hidden memories? Hard to think about? That's fine. It happens to all of us. But it's important that you address and acknowledge the good and the bad.